Okay, welcome everyone. Seriously, a warm welcome to this deep dive.
Yeah, welcome. We are definitely diving deep today.
We really are. We're looking at a source that, well, doesn't pull any punches. It actually calls this journey.
What was it again?
Oh yeah, it says this is going to be one of the most exciting, eye-opening, money-vibing convos you'll ever dive into.
Money vibing. I mean, that sets a certain expectation, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And the core idea is that there's this hidden cosmic energy source right inside you, waiting.
Dormant, as the source puts it. And our mission today is basically to unpack that, to look at the claims this source makes about unlocking wealth, power, limitless energy even.
We're going to try and get right to the heart of what it's saying is the key.
Exactly. And it all seems to circle back to one specific thing, according to this material.
Right. The Solar Plexus Chakra. That's the focus. The source really zeroes in on this.
So yeah, get ready, because this material claims we're about to figure out how to ignite, like an actual fire inside your belly. And not just any fire. The kind it says can literally pull success, wealth, incredible charisma.
Confidence, all of it.
Yeah.
Right into your reality.
It's a bold set of claims. Let's get into what the source actually lays out.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. What is this Solar Plexus Chakra, according to the source?
Well, first off, location, it says it's right there, just a bit above your navel.
Okay, above the navel.
Yeah.
And it has a Sanskrit name.
Manipura, yeah. But the source is really emphatic that you shouldn't just think of it as, oh, another chakra.
Right. It makes a much bigger deal out of it.
A huge deal. It calls it your inner fire, your engine, your personal power generator.
Wow, personal power generator. That's strong language. It sounds fundamental.
Totally. And it connects this center to some really core qualities, things like confidence, willpower.
And that feeling, that badass I can do anything energy, as the source puts it.
Exactly, that energy. And here's the kicker. It directly links this to real-world success. It claims that really successful people, the ones who seem to just attract good things, whether they realize it or not, they have this solar engine switched on. And it's like working overtime.
Okay, so it's not just about feeling good internally. The source is saying this is the actual engine for getting stuff done, for achieving things, for prosperity.
Precisely. It's presented as the control center for your ability to take bold action, to make those tough decisions.
And maybe crucially, to actually feel like you deserve success, feel worthy of wealth.
You hit it. That feeling of worthiness seems key here. Because if you don't have that,
you're going to hesitate, right? Hold yourself back.
Exactly. And the source paints this picture of someone with an activated solar plexus. They're described as magnetic. Opportunities, just find them, deals land in their lap.
They walk into a room and people notice. That kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's the idea. People are drawn to them.
Okay, that sounds, well, amazing. But what about the flip side? What does the source say happens when it's blocked?
Yeah, it describes a state of intense hesitation, crippling overthinking.
Been there.
Right? And that constant nagging feeling of just not being enough, feeling drained all the time, uninspired, second-guessing everything.
It sounds like being stuck, like watching life happen from the sidelines.
That's a great way to put it. And the source even ties physical stuff to this.
Like what?
Digestive issues, for one, constant fatigue, a sluggish metabolism, just that general pervasive meh feeling about everything.
Wow, so it sees a real mind-body connection there. Blocked energy equals physical drag.
Definitely. It's not just in your head, according to this material.
Okay, so if blocked feels like that,
yeah,
what's the magic the source talks about when you activate it? What's the transformation?
Well, it claims the changes go way beyond just feeling a bit better mentally. It talks about actual visible physical shifts.
Really? Physical? Like what?
Things like clearer skin, brighter eyes, even better posture, just naturally standing taller, and this sort of compelling fire in their presence.
A tangible fire. That's fascinating, but I bet it's not just about appearances. It mentioned magnetic wealth and synchronicities.
This is where it gets really wild. The source suggests activating the chakra is like turning on a hidden money magnet inside you.
A money magnet,
Yeah.
Seriously.
That's the claim. Suddenly, ideas you had start becoming profitable. People you need to connect with just call you. Seemingly locked doors just swing open.
Wow, so it's less about just pushing harder and more about getting into some kind of universal flow.
That's definitely the picture it paints. Like you start resonating with abundance, and the universe, as the source says, can't help but respond.
Okay, and it also mentioned next-level charisma.
Yeah, becoming downright magnetic. People just want to be around you, work with you, invest in your ideas.
And the source says this isn't just personality.
It attributes it fundamentally to the pure energy flow from this activated chakra. It's like the energy itself is the source of the magnetism.
Okay, this is a lot. It sounds incredible, this potential. But the big question is how? How does the source say you actually activate this inner fire? What are the steps?
Right, the practical stuff. It lays out several techniques, and interestingly, it says when and where you practice matters.
Okay.
It recommends the golden hours just before sunrise or around sunset, says the sun's energy is particularly potent then.
Makes sense. Connecting with the solar idea. And where?
Ideally, sitting right on the earth, grass, soil, even a stone, and facing east or south.
Grounding yourself, literally. Any tool suggested.
A couple. Lighting a candle, obviously connecting to that fire element. And this one's interesting. Using a mirror. Looking yourself right in the eye while you practice.
Whoa, why?
The source claims it multiplies the effect and helps you really command your energy. Staring into your own power center, essentially.
Intense. Okay, what about the internal work? Mantras, chants.
Yes, it offers quite a collection, drawing from different traditions. The foundational one is the Sanskrit mantra Ram.
R-A-M. How do you use it?
Chant it deeply, like Ram, feel it vibrate. The source says it resonates with fire, and you should actually feel it rumble in your belly.
Like flicking the switch on your inner sun, it says. I like that image.
Me too. Then there's a Zoroastrian power word, Hura Mazda.
Meaning?
Lord of wisdom and light. This one's about connecting to solar divine intelligence, tapping into a higher wisdom connected to this energy.
Okay, and a pure fire chant.
Atur, or atra, means sacred fire. The instruction here is to chant it rhythmically and really focus on feeling heat build in your gut, actively generating that inner flame.
Building the heat. Got it. What else?
There's Farvashi. This is called your soul guardian word.
Soul guardian.
Yeah, meant to awaken that divine warrior spirit inside. Your inner protector, your strength.
Wow. So these are ancient, powerful words, but it also mentions custom affirmations.
Big time. It calls them personal spells. Simple, direct stuff like, I am fire, I am light, I rule my will.
And the key is how you say them.
Totally. Not just saying the words, but saying them with your whole chest, with absolute conviction. Until you don't just say it, you feel it, you believe it deep down.
Embodying it. Makes sense. It pulls from other traditions too.
Yes, which is fascinating. It includes Yaqawi, Yagani from Islam, O powerful, O wealthy, for invoking divine abundance. And El Gibor from Hebrew, God the Mighty One, for tapping into ancestral power and strength. It's quite a mix.
It really is a synthesis of power concepts. What about more physical techniques? The fire-breathing yoga technique.
Right. This isn't gentle breathing. It's designed to charge your core. You sit tall, relax your belly, and do quick, forceful breaths in and out through the nose.
Like a dragon. That's the image that comes to mind.
Exactly. The source even uses similar imagery. It suggests 3 to 5 minutes, but definitely stop if you feel dizzy.
Good caution. And the goal is?
To literally feel the heat rising.
Yes.
Feel that internal fire engine starting up. A tangible physical sensation of energy building.
Matching the inner fire idea with actual heat. What about visualization?
Super important in this source. The core practice is closing your eyes and vividly imagining a bright golden sun right there in your belly.
Spinning, glowing.
Yeah, spinning, glowing, getting bigger and brighter with each breath. Really see it and feel it.
And there's an affirmation with that.
I am the source of power and prosperity. I am fire itself. And the instruction is just feel it, live it, immerse yourself in that reality.
Powerful. Are there any, like, external aids recommended?
Yeah.
Crystals, maybe?
Yep. It specifically mentions 2 magical crystals. Citrine.
The merchant stone, right?
Right.
Associated with wealth.
Exactly. And amber, which it calls the stone of ancient fire. Like it holds ancient energy.
Okay. And how do you use them?
Just place your chosen crystal right on your stomach area while you're doing the meditation or other practices.
And the idea is?
That the crystal's vibration will sync with your frequency and turbocharge your practice. Amplify what you're doing.
Turbocharge. I like that. Fits the whole high energy theme.
Ah.
What about sound?
Yeah.
Beyond the chanting.
It mentions one specific frequency, 528 hertz.
528 hertz. I've heard that one mentioned in healing contexts.
Right. The source claims it's said to heal DNA and unlock abundance. Pretty big claim.
Definitely. And the suggestion is
to just play it while you're doing your other practices, breathing, visualization, whatever. Let the sound waves soak into your cells.
wow, so it's like a multisensory activation. Breath, sound, visualization, intention, physical tools.
It really covers a lot of bases, but there's one final crucial step according to the source. It's about anchoring the energy.
Meaning, you can't just meditate and be done.
Nope. It insists you must follow your practice immediately with a small, concrete, physical action related to your goals, especially money or your big dreams.
Like what? Give me an example.
Could be writing down an idea that popped up, recording a voice note about your vision, or even just taking out a clean dollar bill, touching it and saying aloud, "I attract wealth."
Ah, so you immediately bridge the inner work with the outer world.
Exactly. It's like telling the universe, okay, I did the inner work, now I'm taking a step, I'm ready. Solidifying the intention with action.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. Grounding the energy. Okay, so these are the techniques. Powerful stuff. But the source stresses something absolutely essential for any of this to work.
Oh yeah, commitment. Non-negotiable.
It doesn't mince words, does it?
Not at all. It says point blank. None of this works if you don't show up every single day.
Every single day. Wow. It emphasizes presence over perfection, though, right?
Right. It's not about doing it flawlessly, just about consistently being there, doing the work, honoring that inner power.
And if you do commit, if you show up every day, what's the promised outcome?
Well, the source paints a pretty radical picture. It says you'll eventually look back at your life from just weeks or months before and barely recognize your old self.
Barely recognize yourself. That's huge. Opportunities flooding in, the right people just appearing.
That's the claim. Money flowing in strange and magical ways, maybe from unexpected places. And ultimately feeling unstoppable.
Unstoppable because, as it says, you finally remembered who the hell you are.
That line always gets me. It reframes it not as becoming powerful, but remembering the power that was already there.
Which ties right into the source's final truth, doesn't it?
Perfectly. The core idea that the biggest lie we're told is that we need something outside ourselves to succeed. Approval, permission, luck.
The source calls that garbage.
Pretty much, because the real truth, according to this material, is that everything begins inside.
Everything. And this solar plexus chakra, this inner sun,
is ground zero, the absolute starting point for wealth, success, confidence, personal magic. It all originates right there, inside you.
So the final call to action from the source is really direct.
Incredibly direct. Wake it up, feed it, command it.
Wake it up, feed it, command it.
Yeah.
Simple, but potent.
And then it drops that final mind-bending claim.
Go on.
Because the moment you do, the universe starts playing by your rules.
Whoa. The universe playing by your rules. Just sit with that for a second. Imagine living from that perspective.
It completely shifts the dynamic, right? From being subject to circumstances to being the one setting the terms, it places the power squarely inside.
It really does. So, okay, we've gone through this source's intense framework. The solar plexus is the key to, well, everything, good wealth, power, energy.
We looked at the blocked state versus the activated state, the supposed magic of transformation.
And all those detailed techniques, the timing, the chants, the breathing, visualization, crystals, frequencies, all anchored by taking real action.
It's a very comprehensive, high-energy approach to personal power, built on that radical idea, the ultimate source is within.
Which brings us to that final thought, really stemming from that final truth. What does it actually mean for you listening right now to fully buy into that?
Yeah, to truly believe that the source of your power, your success, your magic isn't out there somewhere, but it's right here, inside, waiting to be activated.
How does that belief shift how you approach challenges, opportunities? Just your daily life.
It changes the game entirely, doesn't it? If the power is internal, then the pathway is internal work and conscious action, just like the source outlines.
Definitely gives you something profound to mull over. And the source itself encourages connection, right? It invites people to talk, share.
Yeah, let's talk, share, ask, grow. It frames it as a community thing, saying your story could light someone else's fire.
Lighting each other's inner fire. I like that.
Me too. A community of rising flames.
Well, we really hope this deep dive into what is, let's face it, some pretty mind-bending material has sparked some ideas or insights for you.
Yeah, hopefully it's given you some interesting things to consider, drawn directly from the source's perspective.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration today.
Thank you to listening.
Stay powerful, stay fiery, stay you.
Peace and abundance to you all.